dára púpọ̀, ẹ̀kọ́ ló láyé táwa yìí sẹ́. Ẹ̀kọ́ dára púpọ̀, ẹ̀kọ́ ló láyé táwa yìí sẹ́. Ẹ̀kọ́ ló ń gbé ní dẹni gíga, ẹ̀kọ́ ló ń gbé ní dépò ọlá. Ẹ dákun yé ẹ̀yin òbí wa, lẹ́bàá lówó kẹjọ kẹtọ́ wa. Ẹ̀kọ́ ló ń gbé ní dẹni gíga, ẹ̀kọ́ ló ń gbé ní dépò ọlá. Ẹ dákun yé ẹ̀yin òbí wa, lẹ́bàá lówó kẹjọ kẹtọ́ wa. Ẹ dákun yé ẹ̀yin òbí wa, lẹ́bàá lówó kẹjọ kẹtọ́ wa.
Peace, family. We are live again. Dinah Samir, search for Huru. Thank you all. Thank you so much for joining. Do me a favor. Please hit that like button again. Please hit that like button. Also, make sure you share and make sure you subscribe. I will greatly appreciate it. Let's see. We got some announcements. We are rolling to Sierra Leone. If you guys don't know, Sierra Leone citizenship is back on. Again, citizenship is back on in Sierra Leone. So if you're interested in getting your citizenship, please visit danfo.africa. That's DANFO.Africa. Again, that's DANFO.Africa to learn more. Again, please visit danfo.Africa. I'm going to pull up the site right here. Let me share the screen. Please visit danfo.Africa to learn more. We will love to host you all. Again, we will love to host you all. So please visit danfo.Africa. Only major changes, you have to come twice. So when you come once, you have to wait a year before you could get your passport. Again, when you come once, you have to wait a year before you get your passport. And then they're also opening it up to other DNA testing companies. So African ancestry isn't the only option now. You also could use ancestry.com, 23andMe, and I think it's CRI or CSI. I forgot. Yeah, CRI. No, CSI. I'm sorry. CSI Genetics. So again, it's opened up to more companies. So if you're interested, want to come get your citizenship, to be clear, the days of coming and leaving with your passport in under 2 weeks, those days are over. The good old glory days, those days are over. So you actually have to come twice now. So yeah, so visit danfo.Africa to learn more. Hosting a group in April and then taking a group in December. Also, we're rolling to Senegal in May for the Jazz Festival. I have 2 spots that open up for that. Again, we're rolling to Senegal in May for the Jazz Festival. I have 2 spots for that. And then we're going to Nigeria in August, Zanzibar in September, Namibia and South Africa in November, and then back to Sierra Leone in December. So if you're interested in joining, please visit danfo.Africa. Without further ado, let's jump into today's topic. Is it just me, or is Black leadership in America, is it just getting worse? And at this point in time, I can't blame the leaders. Again, I can't blame the leaders. I mean, I can, but I can't, because they're getting voted in by somebody. Somebody's voting them in, and then not only are they getting voted in, y'all cheer them on. Jasmine Crockett, oh God, with her ratchet self. We've talked about this on our show before, okay? being loud, rolling your eyes and neck, flipping your weave, batting your butterfly eyelashes does not equal progress. And you guys get so excited when somebody is just loud and ratchet and doesn't do. Listen, she's loud and ratchet. She comes to y'all being loud and ratchet and ghetto. And in the black community is the only community that has normalized being loud and ratchet. So y'all let her in, you draw her in with her loudness and ratchetness and just being ghetto. But she goes out and she fights and goes hard for illegal immigration, and she fights for men playing sports with women. So she comes to y'all being ghetto, and you know, ghetto is the norm for some reason in our community. Then she goes and actually does the work. She actually goes and does the work for men who want to identify as women and illegal immigrants. But long as she could dance and sing Kendrick Lamar. See, this is the new hustle now. This is the new, it's not even a hustle. I don't even know what to call it. Like if I'm a black politician, if I want to get the black vote, all I got to do is put on Kendrick Lamar, They Not Like Us, and dance, you know, do the Cuban shuffle to it. I don't know. And I will get the black vote. That's all I got to do. I'll just come to the black community. I'm that. This is all I have to do. I figured it out. It's so easy. The bar is so low for the black vote. I ain't got to offer y'all nothing. All I got to do is pull up to the black community, turn on Kendrick Lamar. God, I can't stand that song now. When it first came out, I loved the song, but I can't stand it now. I'll just pull up to the black community, start playing Kendrick Lamar. Orange Man bad. Orange Man bad. Elon Musk bad. White people, white people, white people. They not like us. They not like us. Do a little dance. Y'all start dancing with me, and I got the black vote. That's all I got to do. No work at all. No work at all. We ain't got to talk about nothing. All I got to talk about is how Orange Man bad, fascism, he's racist. Elon Musk is racist. They not like us. Have Kendrick Lamar playing in the background, and I got the black vote. That's all I got to do. That's all I got to do. And y'all will eat it up. Y'all will eat it up. Because it's the culture. It's the culture. I mean, that's a strategy. Like, you don't need to pay $1 million for this strategy. You don't need to hire advisors. It's so easy. We shifted from Bill Clinton playing the saxophone to now all you gotta do is play Kendrick Lamar. And you got the black vote. They not like us. All I gotta say is they not like us. They not like us. And point to Elon Musk and Donald Trump. And y'all. I got the vote. I got the vote. Have a little attitude. Do a little dance. Dap y'all up, and I'm out. Vote secured. Then go around. Then turn around. Go to other communities. Have empathy for illegal immigrants. Y'all tax money, make sure it goes to them. And then make sure that men who identify with women can play sports with women. That's all I got to do. Prove me wrong. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Did you guys watch the State of the Union last night? Hold on. Let me play this clip. Let me play this clip. Did y'all see Al Green? Did y'all see this? Hold on. Let me play this. Yeah, Al Green tried to rise up and got his ass removed. I mean, y'all was talking about some good trouble. This ain't good trouble. This is just being a clown. Hold on, here we go.
We won the popular vote by big numbers and won counties in our country.
That's the truth. You won a popular vote. What does he say? I mean, come on. Now sit down, man. Sit down. Sit down.
And won counties in our country, 2,700 to 525.
Look at Trump. Get him out of here. Look at Trump. Get him out of here.
Republican.
Look at Trump. Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Now, for the first time in modern history, more Americans believe that our country is headed in the right direction than the wrong direction. In fact, it's an astonishing record, 27-point swing, the most ever.
I'll get to that, Bobby. My thing is, listen.
Small business
This is the difference. Was Marjorie Taylor Greene wrong for interrupting? Absolutely. But the difference is Republicans actually have a freaking plan. Democrats have no plan. That's the difference. The Republicans are actually serious. Democrats, these folks ain't serious. It's all symbolism. The Democrats have absolutely no plan, no strategy. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Guys, sorry about that. That's the difference. They actually have a plan. Democrats don't. And again, you guys are confusing rolling eyes, flipping weaves, batting butterfly eyelashes as a plan. It's not. And being loud and screaming and yelling and calling Donald Trump a fascist as a plan is not. That's the difference. Let's continue.
Optimism saw its single largest one-month gain ever recorded, a 41-point jump.
Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House and to cease any further disruptions. That's your warning.
Man, get your old ass out of here, man. I'm tired of it, man. I'm tired of it. Get your old ass out of here. I would have threw him out too. Get your old ass out of here. Excuse my language. I mean, these are your black elected officials that's supposed to take down white supremacy. This guy right here. These people aren't serious. So, Bobby, you say, do you understand that white Trump supporters believe in him and they believe that he will restore and bring back white men to the forefront? Do you think Al Green, this guy right here, is in any position to put up any type of fight and be serious and in regards to stopping Trump? This dude right here, Al Green. I mean, come on, man. This guy. No, I'll put the link in the chat room. You're more than welcome to call in. So Al Green is supposed to lead the charge to take down Donald Trump. Link is in the chat room. Click on the link. This dude.
Members are engaging in willful and continuing breach of decorum, and the chair is prepared to direct the Sergeant at Arms to restore order to the joint session.
Yeah, get him out of here. Get him out of here. White, black, green, yellow, red. I don't care, man. Get him out of here. These people are pathetic. These people are pathetic. Get him out of here. Throw him out.
Mr. Green, take your seat. Take your seat, sir. Take your seat.
Oh, man, get out of here, man. Get out of here.
Finding that members continue to engage in willful and concerted disruption of proper decorum, the chair now directs the Sergeant at Arms to restore order.
Bobby, I am pro getting the job done. I don't care who it is. Trump has a plan. These clowns don't. Now, if Al had a plan, I'll ride with Al. But Al needs to sit his old butt down. You have no man. Get out of here. Go. Just go. Again, yelling.
Congressman Green of Texas, 77.
Yelling and screaming does not equal progress or does not constitute a plan. Guys, links in the chat room. Link is in the chat room. Please click on the link. Link is in the chat room. Hell, I would rather take Paul Bia over this guy. Give me Paul Bia over this guy. Jesus, man. Lifelong politician. You're dealing with lifelong status quo black politicians. That's what you're dealing with. No. We can't say that. That's not true. The majority of black politicians are ADOS FBA. Let's stop. Don't try to deflect. But guys, links in the chat room. If you want to call in, click on the link. If you want to call in, click on the link. Like Brandon Tucker often said, for the black community to move forward, those old civil rights era Negroes got to go. They suffer from 1960 PTSD. Then what is Jasmine? Jasmine Crockett isn't an old civil rights era Negro. And she's tripping. Guys, links in the chat room if you want to call. I don't know if you guys seen the Brandon Johnson getting grilled today. Hold on, the Toto Kisser, go ahead.
Man, first thing first, man, I want to apologize to Shy yesterday, man, because it was my phone that was messing up and I was talking over the brother. So, when I'm wrong about something, I have no problem saying that I'm wrong. So I apologize to Shy yesterday for that. Now, let's just get to the facts of this.
Go ahead and cook, the Toto Kisser. Go ahead.
Man, let's get back to this old Negro spiritual with a goddamn $120 redwood from China gloss cane in his hand. The reason why his old ass walked out so fast that his ass was tired from standing up screaming, he was ready to go take a nap. Like, this is the craziest thing in the world. And I've been talking to people all day. They just been walking up to me at the rail yard, both I went to, and they always try to take up for the Democrats. But today, bro, all of them said that they was embarrassed.
Really? They said they were embarrassed for real?
They said that they was embarrassed because they didn't offer anything objective. They said they were just sitting up there screaming, acting like kids. They said that you had a bunch of, they said you had a bunch of old dudes. They said you had Nancy Pelosi up there barely can breathe. Did you see her up there, bro?
Hey, Trump called her Pocahontas.
No, he called Elizabeth. That's what they call Elizabeth.
Oh, that was Elizabeth Ward. My bad, Elizabeth Ward. Yeah, Elizabeth Ward.
No, Nancy Pelosi is the old chick with the pink mask on. She had that old lady dribble at the mob. She couldn't even stop spitting. Like it was the saddest thing in the world. But the thing that made them look, the thing that they was embarrassed about the most is that when Trump was bringing up people that have died, regardless if they was illegal or not illegal, that the people that always talk about women, how much they love women, how reproductive right was on the ballot, how much, women rule the world, black girl magic, and we got to support women and believe all women. When they was talking about these women was like 12-year-old girls. 12-year-old girls was tied up, kidnapped, and raped, and then killed. They didn't sit up there was looking at their phones. They was sitting up there looking at their phones. And then when they started talking about Ukraine, talking about the war, they stood up. The people was like, they was embarrassed because how can you stand up for another country, but you don't stand up for your own country? You can do both. You get what I'm saying? That's what they was embarrassed about. And they was like, what we came to the realization was that they just they're trying to be like a contrarian. It doesn't matter what Trump said. You get what I'm saying? Their job is to be a contrarian. That's why they end up with some goddamn ping pong paddles, holding them up looking stupid. Like it was. And you know what the funny thing about it is that your boy Chuck Schumer did, because he's over the house. So he actually brought the lady that was from, I forgot where she from, who did the rebuttal. The stuff that they was crying and complaining about, she ain't say none of that in her rebuttal. Did you hear it?
I didn't listen to the rebuttal, no.
You should listen to the rebuttal. She said nothing about all that whining and crying that they doing. She was sitting up there, she wasn't saying resist. They had people, George Soros was paying these people to come in there with resist shirts on, all of this stuff. She didn't say one word about resist. She said we need to have a plan with the Senate. She wasn't talking that. See, even the Democrats in the House and the Senate are even not on the same page. And you had Hakeem Jeffrey. You would have think that when the little black boy with his black dad, when his black family up there, with the boy with his top of his head cut off from brain cancer that had to dig into, because I seen the way it happened, that when he got on, you would have at least thought Hakeem Jeffrey, which is the Democratic minority leader of the House, you would have at least thought he was sitting up there looking through his phone and everything. They was just acting like they didn't even see it happening. Like, it's our job to not say anything that Republicans do is good. And that's the thing that tripped me out about when we was having this conversation yesterday with my boy, Mr. Sandman, the point that, like, you cannot word every sentence you have on everything that somebody else is doing bad and everything that they do is good, because that's not even feasible to think that everything that dynasties do good and everything the college genesis, aka the hustle smart whisperer, is do good. It's nowhere in the world I can think that. But the thing about it is you got to be able to disagree, you know what I'm saying, respectfully, and then come up with a notion. I can't sit up here and point at college genesis is bad, college genesis is bad. So now what's the solution? I don't know, but college genesis is bad and dynasty is bad. It was the same way how they was trying to do with your tours last year, man. Nobody had no solution. Nobody had no solution. They just wanted to point the fingers because that's what black people do. That's what women do. You get what I'm saying? And this is what happened when a country is in turmoil, far as immigration, far as finances, as far as the government. And the one reason why a lot of these black women are mad, Dinus, is who you think goddamn work for the federal government the most. See, CNN bringing up all these white people, but I know for a fact, and you know for a fact, and Carla lives up there in Virginia. Most of them goddamn government employees been these black chicks that been living high off the hog, doing nothing for the last 15 or 20 years. And I pass the mic to my boy, Carla Genesis.
Go ahead, Carla. Unmute yourself, Carla.
Yeah, you forgot to mention the Georgia hippopotamus that made off for like
$1.4 million, almost, 1.4 billion.
Yeah, something like that, you know.
Yeah,
and I'm saying to myself, that lady is so corrupt and whatnot, you know. I'm still want to know. Somebody asked me, what the hell does she do? And people, every time you hear people say, oh, the way she goes on stage, she just has a command of the audience. So, yeah, she's like 800 pounds. What do you think, you know? Of course, she got commanded audience and whatnot. You know, you can't avoid her. You know. So,
yeah, she finna hit that. Hey, Colin, she finna hit that 4-2 gap. She finna plug up the 4-2 gap, bro.
What's up with that?
Hey, y'all, let's be nice. Let's be nice.
Hey, hold on. Hey, plug up the 4-2 gap. Now that was funny. That was funny.
Let's be nice. Go ahead, Colin.
All right. So, see, the whole thing was this: with that Al Green, that dude's a clown. You know, he was basically for years. All he does is just like a contrarian. Just whatever the Republicans say, he's against. You know, we gotta get rid of these type of people, right? They don't have any plan for black people. Look at the districts they represent. All you have to do is look at the districts they represent and everything like that. You know, the districts they represent. Maxine Ward's district. Look what our lovely black community did to the city of Gary, Indiana. We destroyed it. Pittsburgh, we destroyed. Detroit gone. Baltimore is a hell on earth. Newark's a hell on earth. St. Louis, a murder capital. Memphis, don't even go there. Don't even go there on your weekends. Don't even go there on your day off. Don't even go there on Easter. So I'm trying to, And so the bottom line is this: these people have destroyed everything in their path. Right? Got a nerve to be sitting there filibustering. They lucky they didn't get their ass whooped by the sergeant moms. Forget removals. What I'm saying? They ought to be tied up and whipped. I mean, that's what I feel like. Yeah,
Home tied, Collar. Home tied and dragged up out of there.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I did. Hire me for sergeant arms. Next thing you know, you see Al Green getting stomped in the background. What's that? He tried to resist.
Hey, Collar with that S-curl kit. With his hair
What's up with
slicked
that,
back,
Hustle Smart?
bro.
I asked Dias about this today. He didn't say nothing. I said, "What's up with that straight hair, man? It looks like what the heck is up with that?"
Nah, that's that S-curl, bro. That's an ultra perm. That ain't no but an ultra
So what is
perm.
he trying to do? He's trying to look like a Indian or something like that while representing being black. I don't like that. You try to look white, but you're trying to talk black. Look white, but talk black. These
And
are
clearly
villains,
somebody
man.
sent him on a mission, Collar, because he was the only one standing up there. 94,364 million years old, standing there, worried about his goddamn Geritol and where his goddamn heat pad at so he can sleep with a warm cup of milk. That no, he was so weak. You couldn't even hear what he was saying. And you know how you get that age, like 100,000 years old, and you start talking slow. You want to talk fast, but you go to talking slow because if you speed up with your
Yeah,
lingo, you're gonna
I look
start
at that.
coughing.
I look at that and I'm saying to myself, Isabel, turn it down. Mute that for a second. I'm gonna want one there. Can you mute it? See, hold up, Dias.
All right, go ahead, Johnny. Yourself, Johnny.
Yeah, appreciate the platform, Prince Dinas.
Yeah, go ahead.
So during the congressional address, man, I did note a lot of stuff out there. It did seem kind of ridiculous the way they was handling things. Kind of childish almost, man. Like they were upset that Trump was doing what he wanted, what he said he was going to do, what everybody knew he was going to do. He basically did receive a mandate from the American people to kind of do the things that he's doing, and it's working out. And this wasn't a State of the Union. This was only 45 days in, but he still kind of let it know, it's like he kind of did a rally before the all American people, and not just like his base, and just kind of let him know where we at with things.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it was effective for sure, man. And they didn't like it, but they didn't have no real counter to it other than just kind of sitting there being upset or whatever, or just protesting. But I did listen to the woman's response. I forgot her name too. But it was only about 10 minutes long. And she did kind of throw like the whataboutisms out there. She wasn't really bringing up no facts or counter arguments or actually speaking to how like they would do things differently or what direction Trump should go in. Just kind of scaring with like scaring us with what the tariffs effects will be and everything. Which is why Trump, I think, called the meeting to try to get ahead of all that, to let people know.
And most people really don't care. They had this fake article that came out saying this car dealer was talking about how his price is going up. But who cares? Who cares? All that's getting lost when you finance it. You know how many charges they tack on you anyway when you go to get a car? When now all this extra service you never use. You can write it off as that. And also, there's a lot of things that when you sell a car, when they sell cars, they can write it off as an expense and everything. They're not going to really. That's just a basic person who's a Democrat trying to basically pretend like he was once a Republican. Now he has regrets. That's a lot of nonsense. I hope the people are smart enough to realize that these people coming out now saying, "Oh, I didn't know Trump was there." He's told you for like 4 years exactly what he was going to do. Everything he said he was going to do, and now you're going to come out there and say, "Oh, I had no idea. I regret my vote." No, you was a Democrat. Go look at this. Go look at this social media page. You'll see this lib talking points for years. Just suddenly they think they're smart. They're gonna get on here and talk about I voted for Trump or whatever. Let's go back to the play. You go back to the video a year ago, or whatnot. Kamala, Lamala. White guys for Kamala, Lamala.
What a name is? What a name is, Colin?
Kamala.
Hey,
Kamala.
hey, I got one better for you. I call her Kamamila.
Kamehameha. That's a good one.
But yeah,
But
I was getting at. I think that what you started off with, Dinas, was that yeah, we do kind of see a value as a people and entertainers a lot, and influencers, and that does us harm in the long run, because when there's people who are more informed, they kind of see the play of what they're just kind of doing, and kind of teasing us with this kind of like this nonsense, basically, and it takes us off of an actual purpose.
hey,
They want to
let
come.
me ask you guys a question. Now, LeBron James basically never shouted out Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King, birthday, whatever like that. But he went on his Twitter and said, "What up to Big Meech?" Right? And that's the guy they toted out was going to bring the young black male vote in. It didn't work, you know. So I think it's a new time. I think people feel a lot of black people feel insulted by the current. I think, like I told Diane today, I told Diane this afternoon. I said, look, I think people have moved beyond the so-called black leadership. I think we've reached a point where
Same thing, Colin. I'm over it. And like I said at the
most
beginning of the
people
show,
are.
all I have to do to get the black vote, the bar is so freaking low.
Golly, it's so low.
All I have to do to get the black vote is play Kendrick Lamar, "They Ain't Like Us." I'll walk out to that song.
Megan Thee
Say
Stallion
Donald Trump is a
thinking that.
racist. Elon Musk.
Go to a church. Go to a black church.
I ain't gotta go to church anymore. All I gotta do is just come out to Kendrick Lamar, "They Ain't Like Us," and the vote is secured. It's the bar is so low. Do a little dance, the bar is so low.
And the
Oh,
black
do the
dudes
jig
don't think like that.
again. Hey, Dinah, do the little jig again. What you got to do?
Do a little dance, just and I got the
they-
black vote.
And we turn into
Yeah, they're not
black
speaking
communities turn
as
into a running joke, man. And answer your question, Dinus. Look, I'm living in Liberia, right? I'm not living. I'm still here in Liberia right now, right? And I'm seeing these young people in this country, right? They're so serious about politics, and you can't come and play in their face with a bunch of foolishness and whatnot, you know. And when they're very serious about the future of the country, all over Africa, these young people are looking at the future of the country and starting to ask questions about these establishment leaders in power and whatnot. There's no way they can look at these clowns that the so-called run Black America. I don't really think they run Black America. These are just figureheads. Because let me tell you something. There's a difference between here in Africa and America, right? The people who you elect in Africa is responsible for feeding. You could starve making the wrong decisions. In America, these leaders don't feed Black people. All they do is there's a go-between between the people who feed Black America, white employment, and the federal government, and us. We don't really need them. We could deal, like right now, we're dealing directly with Trump. We could deal with what do we need them for? Do you understand how this goes? It's like people say, well, I don't need an insurance broker. I'm gonna go right to the insurance company. Yeah, you can do that, but the consultant and like that. All the black leadership is a consultancy, and they got to stay lobbyists. They got to stay relevant by delivering. Now they're angry because they can't deliver. So this the only thing they can do is convince us that Trump is so bad and everything, and they act a fool out there. You're not supposed to get the black people to vote. That's
Hey,
what it is.
Let me pass it to Cosmic Chaos. Go ahead.
Hey, Dinus, how you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
Doing over there? Man, I ain't got much to say, man. I'm just here to join the family, man. It's been a long time I did this, just hearing the opinions of it. So I'm gonna just fall back, just listen to what everybody's talking about.
Appreciate you being here, my brother. But let me say this, man, and I'm gonna be all the way direct. When this came on, but even before the election happened, we talking about when she first came on and that hype, I immediately called it a media blitz. You know what I'm saying? I said, you're not gonna be able to stop the media blitz because with Fox is the only major one. You know what I'm saying? The Democrats got CNN, they got NBC, they got CBS, they got PBS, they got the I think that's it. ABC. They got all these. They got The View. They got NPR. Good Morning America. I was saying you're not gonna beat that blitz. You get what I'm saying? But The View. But what I'm saying is that at the end of the day, the white guilt for black people was over with after Obama. So it starts slipping away then. Now, when it came up to Kamehameha, You know what I'm saying? I was trying to tell people that the reason why white women are not going to vote for her, because she's actually a threat to them, because she's quote unquote black girl magic. You know what I'm saying? Bed wenching with a white dude. Do you get what I'm saying? See, the one thing about it is Kamala is a perfect bed wench. You get what I'm saying? So she knows how, just like Eve from Rough Riders. She know how to play ghetto in the streets. You know, she'll act ghetto in the streets, put on her Timberland boots and whatever. But when she get home, she played the white
Hey,
role.
my son.
You know,
Hey, my
you know what
son.
I'm saying? She hey massa, what you need. You know what I'm saying? But see, that's that type of black, quote unquote black woman is a threat to white women. You get what I'm saying? That black woman that don't know how to don't back talk, that ain't slanging weed, no matter how ugly goddamn Kamala Harris is with that turtle from Kung Fu Panda neckline, you know what I'm saying, crinkled up neckline, you know what I'm saying? No matter how she looked, she played that role. You get what I'm saying? She didn't try to outstage her husband. You know what I'm saying?
Let
Even
me
her
interject
husband,
real quick.
as soft as her husband is, she didn't demand for him to be 6 foot. She didn't demand for him to have a perfect 6-pack, whatever. He just looked like an ordinary white dude. You get what I'm saying? So that type of quote unquote black woman was a threat. That's why I knew that the white women wasn't going to vote for her. That's why I was the only person on this show, when people was talking about who they think was going to win, I was willing to bet my money. Was I not, Dinus?
No, you were. Me too. I bet it too.
But Dinus too. I said it. I said either it's going to be it's not going to be close. It has to be a landslide, because you cannot run an election based on a woman's pussy. And that's
And
all it was
that was
about.
smart. Check this out. What I said was this. I said also. I say I know white women, right, in this country, right? They when despite what everybody think about Donald Trump, they see Donald Trump. They see their dad. They see the guy. The average white woman knows who protects them, whatever like that. When they see like the army a year ago, they had men do army guys, Navy combat SEALs, whatever like that, wearing high heels and stuff, getting into their feminine side and all stuff like this. Look at the country how it was founded, right? Say what you want about Jesse James and all these people that founded the West. These people who had to fight the Indians like Custer and stuff like these are heroes, you know. So it's these people that provided for them, that built this country. So what happened was, it seemed like Kamala and all those looked
Call you.
weak to them. It looked weak to them, and they basically were like, "Well, wait a minute here. Donald Trump, despite everything, then when he brings his family out there and stuff like that, his granddaughter, and talk and everything like that, they're like, you know, only thing we have to worry about is how black people feel about it. They probably added everything up, click, like added everything up, and said." Negroes, you know, white guilt. I think we could put that to the side because we did elect Barack Obama. Because the same people who elected Barack Obama were who voted for Trump. You know,
Man, you know what? You know what? This is what I see about what we're talking about, man. I think the enemy within. Honestly, this has been very hard for me to really conclude to for the past 1 year. I think the enemy within in the black community is the black woman, and honestly, it
Oh man, I just, oh man, I don't want to be the. I mean, I
You done
love
you
my
that's a
did
little
it now,
harsh,
sisters.
man.
brother.
I
You
don't
done
want
did
to.
it.
I love my sisters, man.
well,
I
no,
just,
I do too.
I think.
I
I'm
do
gonna
too.
I'm gonna tell you what the issue is. I just think they allowed. Uh, I just think they allowed the
By the way,
Democratic
this is not
Party.
only in America.
Well,
I'm talking
hold
about
on,
Africa.
Cosmo. I just think they allowed the Democratic Party to gas them up, man. It is
Yeah,
just it ain't work out.
yeah, for sure. What I
It is
think what
embarrassed. Yeah.
yeah,
Hold on, y'all. Let
they
Cosby, let Cosby
Yeah, go ahead,
finish, man.
Cosmo. Go to finish,
You
Cosmo.
talk college. I'm just gonna say this before you start back. I've been preaching that shit since day one, my brother. Go ahead. That's why I bust out laughing. Not because you was wrong, because you 100% right. You can't go left even if you tried to. Go ahead,
Man,
my brother.
and this is not only for the black American woman, this is also for the Nigerian woman, right? And most African women. And this is because I think and the larger problem here is with the black man. I think a lot of us lack purpose.
yeah,
You know, because we lack purpose, we don't know the woman we need to build with and the one we need to ostracize. You see, moving forward in this whatever community we are trying to build, we have to stay away from divestors.
From
Like there's this
diversity?
shorty that you said what?
You said stay away from diversity?
No, you talking
No,
about bed wenches.
I'm trying to listen to him,
yeah,
bro.
okay, he called them bed wench, I call them divest.
All right.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Cosmic.
Cosmo, we lose you. Okay, guys. Links in the chat room. Links in the chat room if you want to call in after the convo.
I wanted
click
to,
on-
I wanted to comment on what he was. Oh, go ahead, bro. You back?
Yeah, sorry. This is what I'm trying to say, right? I don't mind black women dating Asian men because I don't have any beef with them, right? But for me, you as a black woman, you see what we've been through. You've seen what this boy has been doing for the past 400 years. You see how he has decimated everything, you and I, our community and everything, and you still want to go there and open up your legs and find some excuse. Bitch, get the fuck out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out of here. And I think where we black men used to go, we Pan-African, we that wants to.
Man, you guys got to call in on
Hello?
phones, man.
Hello?
You keep going in and out.
Can you hear me?
We hear you now.
Yeah, we that want to build the community, the African community, we have to start staying away from divestors. We need to start asking this black woman, have you ever dated a white man? If he's dated a white boy before, sorry, I can't mate with you. I can't do nothing with you. I can't build with you. And we need to, because once we have our purpose on track and we know what we want to do, we know the black woman we want to be with and the one we should stay away from. That's all.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I just want to say that I think what happens is the black women are normally they kind of lead a lot of our or at least organize a lot of our politically a lot of our campaigns and
So
things.
let me
all of them, Johnny. All of them.
Hold on, let me
So let me finish. Let me get to my point first, bro. Let me
say
get to my
something real
point
quick and
first.
I'll get back to
Hey,
you.
Cosmic, you gotta let Johnny talk, man. We'll come back to you. We'll come back to you. Let Johnny spit.
So sometimes what happens is they get caught up in other people's ideology, I feel like, and they kind of adopt it on as their own, coming from that kind of like a more of an emotional point where they might say something specifically like a battle that does not necessarily benefit black people as a whole. When you have things that's done with like trans people and illegal immigrants from Latin America.
You hear what Jasmine Crockett said about the trans community? So yeah, we gotta protect the trans. No, we don't. No, the hell we don't. You know.
No, I just I just kind of feel like I mean, I don't want to be. I'm not gonna be rude to nobody or nothing like that or disrespectful. But I'm just saying we don't need to take on their fights. When it comes to biological men coming in the female sports and stuff like that, and trying to win those wars, those fights, and then women, black women in particular, and other women. Being able to abort a baby that's like already been born type stuff, and we end up taking on these battles and running it to the forefront with them, and it's not really a fight that's gonna benefit us as a people.
Like Amanda Seales told black men, right, Dennis? Just shut up. Y'all need to just shut up. You don't matter. Remember her?
And that's the big issue.
And Tiffany Cross also. Tiffany Cross did the same thing. Told black men to shut the fuck up and get behind black women.
Let me read this super chat from Mrs. Sandman. Thank you for the 999 holla. Why does Kamala's so-called racial identity get more attention than her policy? She didn't have any policies. The POTUS says DEI is done. Well, if DEI is done, stop talking about her race.
Right.
Also smart. Hold on. Let me say something real quick. I'm gonna give it to you, Cosmo. I'm gonna segue my time to you so you can go ahead because you know what I'm saying, you was blanking out. But the thing about it is that Kamala Harris policies had nothing to do with black people, with black men, with black people in general. Her policies were geared towards abortion. And I keep saying it, and vagina. Listen, the transgender thing didn't even come up. Her number one thing was a woman's right to choose to get abortion. She talked about that. They did a poll. She talked about reproductive right 90% of the time. She led with that. Other than she was raised up by a single mother, how can you be that? How can you be that smart? You know what I'm saying? Book smart and be that stupid to think like, look, I don't watch none of your videos and be like, damn. I keep starting off with every sentence with I was raised by a single in a single mother home. Like it ain't nobody should have to tell her that.
I
That's
guess
your opening line in almost 99% until she started trying to call Trump a fascist. She opened up with that line every time. Now I'll give rest of my time to Cosmic because his phone was going out, so I'll let him kick. Go ahead, Cosmic. You can take out the rest of
No,
my
I
time.
just want to say something real quick, and I'm gonna give it back. And it just goes back to a bigger problem. Do you think we're living in a matriarchal system as Black people?
for
Do you
sure.
think that we are
Sure.
we the patriarch needs to take this thing away from the matriarch? Because
Yeah,
for
we
example,
only gonna do that. We got to sever ties with white
We
America.
can't.
White America.
No.
White people have chosen Black women because Black women are the best security dogs. Let me not call them dogs. They are the barracudas for the white society. They signed up for this. Like we had a brother that come up here. I don't know who it was, Dinas, maybe you can remember. He was saying that they convinced Black women. No, they convinced Black women. They tricked them to take the forefront. No, Black women signed up. Like when they say this gonna be like, guys, did you watch the military movies where they say this is a kill or be killed mission? Maybe nobody won't come back. If you don't want to do this, we're not gonna hold it against you. And all Black women step forward and like, I'm ready. Then
Step
flip
forward for what?
their weed backwards. That's what they did because they knew that they was gonna be put on the forefront. And at the end of the day, no group of women on the face of this earth love attention more than Black women that go for the same nice Nash chicks in Nigeria and Liberia and Sierra Leone. You know what I'm saying? No group of women fiend for attention. That's why you got these Dexter Jackson. That's why you got these Yada that look like a gremlin telling you to give all your money. If you keep $1 out your paycheck, you're a bum. You know what I'm saying? Give all your money to a Black woman and then go back out to work and get you another job and bring that money to her. And if you don't, you're a scrub. Like all these positions, and Black women are sitting in these arenas and they'll just sit there and soak in it. That's why the Black church.
Let me pass the mic to Woman because she's been waiting. Go ahead, Woman. Unmute yourself. Woman, unmute yourself.
Yes, so I actually had a question in relation to the topic of tonight's show. So I had a question for the gentleman that seems like he's on the continent, that he's actually from Africa.
Who?
My question is,
who are you referring to?
The guy in Liberia.
Like, who are you referring to, Woman?
I think it was Cosmic, but I see there's someone else that has a name that looks like that might also be Africa.
Cosmic isn't. He's not on. Oh, he's back. Go ahead.
Okay, so the topic is whether or not African countries would be better off with African American leadership. So thinking of it from like a Pan-African perspective, I don't want to generalize, but it seems to me, based on experiences in real life and also listening to your show, some of the Africans or most Africans that are on the continent still really look up to Western society, Western culture. It seems like they think that Western society and the way that things are done in the West is the best of all possible worlds. I feel like African American Pan-Africanists have a different perspective that would be more beneficial to Africans. So I wanted to, and to African countries. So I wanted to ask anyone that's on the panel that's in Africa on the continent or from the continent, what they thought about that. If they think that from that perspective, it would be better for African countries.
Go ahead, Cosmic.
Do you want me to answer the woman that just spoke right now?
Yeah.
I mean, what is the diaspora really built for itself? It seems to me that the diaspora in Africa are on the same level. Yeah, you guys might have more skills, but easily a lot of Africans now are acquiring that same skills.
Yeah, but
what we need is restructuring of our community.
In
Like
Africa
that,
or in diaspora?
we are together now.
Globally.
We live in a global world now. We are together now. So we need to take away this power from the matriarch. You know what I'm saying? Because, for example, look at the Black American man. His woman sold him for $8.
Okay, all right, bro. I think that you kind of coming out a little bit like almost coming off to like borderline misogyny the way that you coming
No,
at
it's
this,
not
bro.
misogyny, bro.
How is
The
it
reason why
misogyny when it's the truth, Johnny?
It's looking
hold
at our
on, bro. Let
community.
me explain why I'm saying it, then you can tell
Okay.
me
Yeah,
why
but
it's
it
not,
can't be
bro.
it can't be misogyny if it's the truth, Johnny.
Bro,
Hold on,
we gotta stop doing
hold on.
that.
Let Cosmic finish. Go ahead, Cosmic.
See, look at. I am a follower of young psychology, right? And I'm an occultist. Within every man and woman, there's a woman and there's a man. There's a feminine, there's a masculine. Both has to be balanced, right? But we are not talking about esotericism right here. We are talking about politics and economics. We are talking about nation building. And within every aspect, there's a science to it. In order for we, the Black people, to have our own world whereby we can regulate and survive and thrive, there's a science to it that we must follow. You cannot put the matriarch in charge in a world full of patriarchs. It's just like saying Serena Williams is the best tennis player to ever play. Yeah, female tennis player to ever play, and she's the best. And in our female field, she's number one. Nobody is second to her. But guess what? When she go play with the men, she's like 28. She's like 50. She's like 50th position because she can't even beat an average male.
Yeah.
So
she actually said that out her own mouth.
You said what?
She actually said that out her own mouth.
Exactly.
She said that I'm a great tennis player. She said, but even the lowest tier man can hit the ball 100, and even if he's not a good tennis player, he can parry the ball back to her at 110 miles per hour. She said she can't hit that.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
So hold on, let me finish, and I'm almost done. So in a world full of patriarchs, in a world societies whereby they are imposing their patriarchy on you, the matriarch will never win. And don't forget, oftentimes when you see the matriarch at the head of a society, it is an evidence and telltale sign of a society that is about to fall. So we as Black men and patriarchs, at some point, have to fight this woman. And I don't mean kill her or anything, but we have to fight her and tell her that she needs to sit back, go to the back seat.
Okay. All right.
All right, go ahead, woman.
So, all right. The question that I was asking Cosmic was,
I don't think you answered the question, but go ahead.
right, because I think, like, I'm not trying to have a back and forth and argument with you. What I was referring to was that I agree with you that we need a restructuring of our society and the way that things are done. And the reason I'm agreeing with that is because it seems like the African perspective is that the way that the West does things is the best possible way to do things. Because I believe we need a restructuring, I think that the Pan-African perspective, mostly we come from the United States and the Caribbean, would be better for African countries, right? I'm not saying that it absolutely will be, but maybe that perspective is what African countries need. To me, it seems like Africans are not buying into the Pan-African perspective. A lot of them identify themselves by their tribes and they don't see themselves as a collective of African people. A lot of them do, some of them do, but it seems like mostly they identify themselves by tribes.
Well, can I reply to that?
And I also I have something else I want to respond to that you said about matriarchy versus patriarchy. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Joshua Mapunga, but he speaks a lot and very much in depth about how traditionally African societies functioned and flourished under matriarchy. What was introduced to us, hold on. What was introduced to us that's not natural to us is the patriarchal society that Western cultures practice. So that loops back into what I'm saying about whether or not we need the Pan-African perspective from the African Americans that would restructure African society back to its original nature of matriarchal society that was much more better.
Yeah, I actually agree with you. I think that y'all kind of comparing biological strength to like superiority and stuff, and that's kind of crazy. because Serena Williams can't be the man tennis player doesn't mean that she's not smart or able to lead. You know,
That's not what you're saying. That's not.
I mean,
That's not
that
the
was the
aspect he's
example
going
that y'all
for.
used earlier, but you didn't give a good reason when you wanted to explain why you want to destroy basically the matriarchy. Men,
name a successful matriarchal
I was
kingdom.
just finna say that.
I mean, I'm not going
in Africa. Name one.
I couldn't name you a successful patriarchal in Africa either. I'm just not familiar with it.
You had the Mali Empire, you have the Ashanti Empire.
South
I mean, you
Africa
have the
matriarch
Kush,
society.
you have
God, Johnny, man, I had hope for you, Johnny.
I don't know what role you play in those societies, bro. But
you know, Oyo. I could keep going.
Okay, I got.
But let me reply to the lady. But
hold on one mic.
So you guys here, hold on a second. It seems to me like when someone. It seems like when you guys hear matriarchy, what you're thinking of is women are in control, women are leading you, women are making decisions and telling men what to do. And that's not necessarily what that means.
Can I reply?
Yeah, I think what you mean is matrilineal societies. But in Africa, black societies, African societies, you
Colin, did
inherit
you
what
just
your
come up with that?
fathers.
No, that's the real thing.
No, I'm messing with Colin, bro. Go ahead, Colin.
I think we're missing this semantics on words. African society has been matrilineal. That don't mean it's matriarchal.
It's still the same thing, bro. It's still the matrilineal.
No, it's not the same thing. It's not the same.
I mean, it kind of is.
Just means you trust your society. But some cultures in Africa are patrilineal. That means you inherit your name, your title. In matriarchal society, you take your name from your mother's brother, your uncle. You know, and he passed that on to uncles and nephews.
Well, that's about the only difference.
Yeah, that's splitting hairs, bro.
But let me reply to the woman. Let me reply to the woman. Woman, let me tell you something. What most people are not putting into consideration about Africa is that there's a large portion of African youth that are uneducated. There are a large population of African youth who don't even know their own history. They don't even know about slavery, what happened. They don't even know that they are suffering from generational trauma. Right? Yeah. They can't put one and two together. The only thing they've ever known is the propaganda, the religiosity, and everything that was pushed into them, right? So now, in order for you to dismantle that, is that what?
Like Abradamas. That's exactly what we're talking about.
I don't like.
And also, like I would like to say is about Black people in America. The reason why, and I disagree with all. When I talk to people from Angola, Zambia, Zimbabwe, South Africa, they're very, very. Before you can be Pan-African, you have to have Black consciousness. You know,
exactly.
And Black consciousness is not really in West Africa because West Africa never had white Europe.
Can I interject? Can I interject into that real quick? What you just said. Hello.
Well, hold on, woman. Are you getting your question answered, woman?
I'm not even done with that.
Well, hold on, woman. Let me just up, woman.
No, I didn't get the answers yet.
Yeah, Cosby.
I didn't even hear the question, man.
Cosby, can you just, woman, ask your question one more time?
Cosby, no. I got it. I got everything she asked. What she's asking is that should Africa follow the diaspora? But again, the question I'm asking is that what has the diaspora built? The last 30 years of diaspora has been nothing. What we're banking on in the diaspora is the work of, the greats in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s. It is their work that we are still, working on. But the past 30, 40 years, we've not really done anything. No skills has been passed down.
And none of the Black people in Congress ain't built nothing either. Like the Congress, you can't take the leaders from America and put them in Africa because it'll be the same thing because the Black leaders do in America is complain. Like Dinus, name me one thing that any Black leader, as far as Congress or Senate, built anything, any business.
But let me throw this back on you, bro, because every time you go on rants, you don't really offer solutions at the end of them either, though. So
let me give you one. Let me give you one real quick. Johnny, we're doomed. It's no solution.
Yep.
It's no solution.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? So every time we been on this platform, and since I've been on this platform for the last 2 or 3 years, every time somebody get up here talking about a solution, they always talking about where we gonna start. See, I'm a businessman. You get what I'm saying? If everybody else been running the business, every other group, every ethnicity been running their business for 50, 60 years, came from the bottom. Japan don't got bumped on. Korea was decimated. All these other countries don't came from the bottom, and they don't built their way up. And if Black people people ain't gonna do nothing but keep complaining and talking about we need to start doing this, we need to start doing. If we talking about starting from today, as far as the business, your business, hold on, this is the last part, Cosmic. If you talking about starting your business over in 2025, where we don't stick together, we don't like each other, we don't fuck with each other. Even if we saw each other outside of this platform and didn't even know each other's names, we wouldn't even talk to each other. We wouldn't even look at each other. We'd be looking at each other up and down. You get what I'm saying? If we're talking about starting today, we already lost. So as a group of people, that's why Sleepy Joe Biden, the smartest thing that Joe Biden ever said and did for black people, when he looked Al Sharpton and the rest of the black caucus in their face and told them that he didn't say that the black experience over. That's me saying it. What he actually said is that y'all black folks that's sitting up here living high off the hog, you know what I'm saying? Y'all better pay attention to these Latinos. They're up next. He didn't say get your affairs in order. He didn't say get the black community in order. He didn't say get the black church in order. Did he, Dinus? Did he say when Joe Biden told the black Dinus, when Joe Biden told the black caucus he need to get with the Latinos, did he say anything about black people and getting black people on the good foot?
Nope.
And I passed the mic.
Let me pass it. Okay, woman. Was your question answered, woman?
I think that Cosmic is kind of confusing what I'm asking. I'm not asking about individual leaders and diaspora. I'm talking about the perspective, right? The Pan-African perspective, which I feel like.
I'll give you this example. Cosmic, hold on. No, Cosmic, you just it's just taking too long.
Let me ask you.
Hold on, Carla, hold on. So, woman, I'll give you an example, woman. So, Stacey Abrams, all right, the same Stacey Abrams that lied about voter suppression.
Can I stop you right there?
Go ahead.
So we dismiss those, right? We don't identify those as our leaders, right? We dismiss those. We know who these people are.
Woman, you got. Let me finish.
Okay.
Let me finish. Stacey Abrams, all right. Lied about voter suppression. She has the whole thing going on right now, the EPA and the missing $2 billion. She ran a failed campaign for governor here in Georgia, lost twice, was an election denier. She goes to Nigeria to oversee this most recent Nigerian election. So there were some issues with the election. And you had Nigerians crying and hoping that Stacey Abrams was going to save them and change the outcome of the election. And I'm telling them, like, well, she can't do shit. How's she going to help you guys? She can't help herself in America. So,
so maybe I misunderstood the topic because I thought the topic was more theoretical and not necessarily I'm not thinking like an actual like a Stacey Abrams or an Al Sharpton going over there. I'm thinking about the perspective, the Pan-African perspective, like the people who are speaking right now. If this perspective, this way of thinking would be better for Africa, because like I said, I feel like Africans identify themselves by tribes and don't see themselves as a unified country, even versus a continent, so where they can hold a lot of power by just being unified versus, in Nigeria, like you're mentioning, where people see themselves as, I'm Igbo, I'm Hausa, I'm whatever. And it's not like they're not, they don't see themselves as a one people, like one Nigerian people.
As a Nigerian, let me interject in that statement. Although we Nigerians see each other, Yorubas and the Igbos, we Igbo, Yoruba. Honestly, there's a deep love there. Don't come between Yoruba and Igbo can be fighting right now, right? And an outsider comes in and interject. Both of them will fight that stranger together. Trust me. See, the issue right here is the issue of colonialism and slavery. You see, the diaspora, right, is the field nigger, and Africans are the house niggers, right? See, colonialism was European ruling us through our own people, right? And Americans in diaspora is them seeing Europeans for who they are. See, a lot of Africans cannot see Europeans for who they are because they do not have that direct interaction with them. Because the Europeans are ruling us through our leaders. So the reason why the diaspora sees so much is because they are the ones who are working on the field and seeing this European for who he is. So how do we solve this problem you're asking? Is a solution of system. It's about we creating a system based on the world we live in and based on the situation we are in right now, and finding the best people who can come into that system and elevate that system. That's the only way I can see it.
Brother.
All right, let me pass it to Come Out Fighting. Go ahead, Come Out Fighting.
Hey, thanks, Dimes. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Right on. Hey, this message for Kala. I know, Kala, you're in Liberia right now, right?
Yeah.
Is the process still the same, that if you are an American that you can go there and get citizenship, or has that changed?
Let me say this, right? We say this very clearly, right? And I tell people all the time, and they don't listen, they get burnt, right?
That's that Liberia internet.
We can't hear you, Kala.
It's that connection, man.
Do you know what it is, Dinas? How that works?
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be if you're of Negro descent, you should be able to get citizenship. But I haven't seen. Well, so it's really two things. So they just approved dual citizenship a couple of years ago. So even before then, if so, the rule was if you're Negro descent, you should be able to get citizenship. But then you'll have to renounce your American citizenship or whatever passport.
They don't do dual citizenship.
They just started like 2 years ago.
Why the hell would you give up your American citizenship?
Well, that's the point. Well, that's the point. Like if it's for anybody of Negro descent, but you have to give up your citizenship of your current country in order to get it. You know, it's So I don't know.
But you know,
are you going to be doing tours over there?
I'm not sure yet. Eventually, maybe 2026.
Okay.
But Dinas, to further answer woman's question, but if it was the way she was thinking about it theoretically, wouldn't we be worse? Because even in America, as Black people in America, we're more individual. Even I understand that the Nigerians, they based off tribe, but they're still more family orientated. You get what I'm saying? Like with the pros and cons, you know that better than anybody in those. So I know Cosmic but I'm saying you know this for a fact because you know both. You know how Nigerians are and you know how Black Americans are. But don't you think, far as trying to build something, even though with Nigeria with all its flaws, we would be worse because we're more individual. We more on the individual side in America. Do you see it like that?
Woman, you there? Woman, you there? Okay, I guess she's busy. Guys, links in the chat room. If you want to call in and add to the conversation, you're more than welcome to call in and add to the conversation. I'm gonna bring on 1000% Prince P. Go ahead, 1000%. Unmute yourself.
Come on, Prince P.
Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. Prince P, you there?
That's that Haitian Black rights.
You talking to me? You said Cosmic. Nah, I heard Cosmic.
No,
I wanted to comment on the question because I felt like what y'all was saying was like semi-contradictory to what I'm seeing. And also, when y'all talk about Pan-Africanism, Caribbean Pan-Africanism is different than American Pan-Africanism. They don't have flat blackness. So the lady was trying to make it seem like it's a flat blackness. The Jamaican don't really see themselves as a Haitian. They see themselves as like a kin, like, oh, we both from Africa, but we don't really see ourselves as directly the same. So her question was kind of like out of pocket. Not out of pocket, but confusing because it's different than Americans. Pan-Africanism.
Hold on.
What's good,
Kyla?
No, it's not. If you ask an African American what is blackness, what's Africanness, he's gonna tell you something like more of a flatter blackness. When you ask a Haitian or Jamaican, they're gonna talk about tribes and regions and islands and the difference between the islands. When you go to an African, he's gonna tell you about his tribe, his region, his nation, because the Yoruba and Benin is different from the Yoruba in Nigeria, right? So there's different levels and different nuances to Pan-Africanism based on the region.
No, I think I'm talking more about Black nationalism and Pan-Africanism are two different things. You get what I'm saying? There's Black nationalism and there's Pan-Africanism. For you to be a Pan-Africanism is to see yourself as part of the global Blackness.
Yeah, Yeah, but it's still like there's different levels to it. There's different
No, there's no
levels.
levels to it. Is it that
It
you?
is. It is.
No, there's no. See, is it that you subscribe to that I am part of the global African family and I am working towards maintaining and subscribing to our own superiority? That's Pan-Africanism. There is no anything outside that is not Pan-Africanism. Is that black nationalism or your own interest?
But you trying to regulate it to a certain. If you even in
No. You need
America,
to
if
go
you go
and read
sit
all the
down with
books.
different Pan Africanists, they have their own vision of what they should do. They have their own vision of.
Principally, I've told you many times. I told you many times.
Man, Colin, man, get off the Obama phone, man.
No, that's
Man.
that Bush, that's that Jungle Bush beat. That's that Jungle Bush beat Wi-Fi, bro.
He called it live from the bush.
It's a
But
free
I'm saying,
Wi-Fi, man. I'm doing the best I can.
But see, Pan-Africanism, let me say something. Pan-Africanism right now is we seeing this solution like, okay, we as black people, as Pan-African, we need our own, what's it called? Telecommunication. How do we build a telecommunication that no matter where any black person in the world, based on the places that we Africans go through, based on our own tri-states, as long as you are here, your internet is going to be good. Your telecommunication is going to be good. That can be done by a Nigerian, a Black American, or a Caribbean. But either one of them is doing it for the global blackness, for the global African. So you cannot
need
say
our own black CNN, what he's saying. Oh,
Second?
CNN. We need our own black African CNN. You know?
Things like that. Things like
Out of
that.
Qatar. We need a country like Qatar. Like that.
Hey,
Qatar.
Paula, before you fell off, the guy wanted to know about the citizenship and do they allow dual citizenship in Liberia, or it doesn't go by it being just a Negro, or what's the qualification? He asked that, but you
Now
had fell off.
in 1974, right? Before 19 up until like 1980 coup, right? For the most part, right? Any black person was deemed a Liberian just by stepping on Liberian soil. So they didn't really care if you had citizenship anyplace else. As long as you're black, you were deemed to be a part of Liberia. That's unique in Africa, right? They didn't care what country you're from. Sorry, bro, keep going out. They keep going. I'm like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get on my computer. I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna get on my computer.
Well, keep going.
Okay. Anyway. In 1974, a growing nationalist movement in Liberia that tried to unite the native people with the Congo or American Liberians, right? And so to do that, when you try to national, you got to other people, right? So they start seeing other black people as foreigners. That was in the 70s. Like, oh yeah, why? They were saying, why are so many Ghanaians here? Why are so many Sierra Leones here? Why are so many people from Nigeria here and whatnot? Who's a real Liberian? Before, the concept of Liberia meant anybody for black was Liberian, So as Liberian culture began to develop, they began to say, so we need a national identity. Before that didn't happen. And so Tolbert passed the National Origins Act, something like that, And so therefore, even to this day, people are ambivalent. You go to come in Liberia, if you're black you're African American in Liberia, Black American, they deem you could technically, no one says you're not Liberian. They just basically say, okay, you're here, you're home, whatever like that. They treat you like you're home, But, as far as like my legal citizenship and stuff like that, can I vote and hold public office? That's a different thing. Now, if I wanted Liberian citizenship, I would have to consider giving up my U.S. citizenship because I'm not a Liberian. If I was
That's a no-go.
If I was a
That's not true.
Liberian, no, it is the truth. Only
No, we have dual
Liberians can
citizenship.
only
Kala, I'm a
only
Liberian, a U.S. citizen.
don't listen to Elvis. Don't listen to Elvis.
Colin, they just allowed dual citizenship 2 years ago, like 2 or 3 years ago.
I know, but hold on. But the thing is, Dinus, look at the wording carefully, just like this sixth region nonsense, right?
Sixth region is not the sixth region is not recognized by the AU anymore.
I know, but check us out.
Why?
Well, that's another topic. Go ahead, Colin.
For people like Elvis who fled the country and can go back, and I agree with that. Liberians who live in America, like Elvis, who's stuck there, whatever like that for a reason, should have the right to come back to Liberia and participate and keep his U.S. citizenship. But Black African Americans, coming over here, and what I fear is African Americans come over here becoming a privileged class, and I know how Liberians get, So basically, I'm like
That's
this.
not true.
Well, hold on. When I was there in 2023, sitting there at one of the polling stations, my wife polls at Brewerville. I'm seeing these Liberians riding on bikes, the poorest people riding on bikes, cast a vote. And I said to myself, you know something? That's all they got. And at that point in time, I said, I'm not going to take that away from them, right? Because that's what they have. Let them decide whether it's going to be George Weah or Boca. I said, as a black person in America, I already got, when I come to Liberia, really, I have a lot of privilege here. I mean, unbelievable privilege if you're African American here in Liberia, So I don't have is the vote, That's the only thing I don't have. So I think that balances out because you're Black American, you basically got privilege. It's not like Ghana, these other places where you're just, you don't have any rights or you can't own land and everything. Yeah, Elvis knows that. In Liberia, any black person can own land and everything. And Liberian society is so accepting of everybody. The problem in Liberia is they love foreigners more than they love themselves. That has to change. I want to see Liberians more unified. You know, it ain't all about us all the time.
Okay, let me tell you how it really works, right? So
Okay.
when the Dual Citizen Act was passed, there's some restrictions on those who want to be, a dual citizen of Liberia or any other nation. You can't have certain key government positions like president, vice president, minister of defense, certain sensitive, positions in the country you can't
But
have.
all those things can change,
But
man.
yeah, it's a law now. It can always be amended. I get that.
Again,
But
let me just
that's all it takes. So if you are American and you want to make Liberia your second home, you can go there and get a citizenship. Tyler is trying to tell you that for him, it's because the people are so poor and you have an advantage of being in the U.S. and that's why he doesn't.
It
That's a
is.
personal
It's
thing for
true.
that. No, that's fine. That's
This
what
is
I'm saying.
true.
That's a personal thing for you.
No, but I'm
again.
saying this.
It's not
I'm
the
saying
same for
this.
everyone.
I'm saying is I understand the government when they give dual citizenship, they're not talking about us. They're talking about people like you, Liberians, and I think that's needed. I think Liberians should be able to
That's
go
not
back
what
and
they're
forth.
talking about. That's what I keep saying. You're saying that. That's not true. Why are you giving wrong information?
Yeah,
It's for
yeah.
any person of Negro descent who wants to
Let me
be
say
a
something real
citizen of
quick.
Well,
Liberia.
hold on, no. So, Kala, you can now apply for dual citizenship. Dual citizenship is now allowed in Liberia. Like, even it's allowed as dual citizenship. But like Elvis said, which is similar to America and similar to Sierra Leone, if you weren't born in, like, if you're not if you weren't born in
Natural citizen.
Liberia, in order to run for like president, you have to you won't be able to run for president if you have
But
dual.
can you still vote, Dinas? Can you still vote?
You can still vote. Yeah, you can still vote.
So you can still vote in Liberia.
Basically, you have all the rights as a Liberian,
Okay.
except for more than likely, I don't know if you can't run for office or president.
You can
Okay.
run
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
like in Liberia. You can run for elected offices like representative, even a senator. But you can't be
Yeah.
in key ministerial positions like the vice president, the defense minister, and a few other positions. But you
Okay.
have
Right.
other
That makes
rights.
sense. But you can vote though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you can vote.
Okay.
You can vote.
Got you. I got you. That's just like any other citizenship. You get what I'm saying? Like America is different because of the checks and balances. They'll let somebody that was a citizen or naturalized be whatever, but you can't be the president. But I get that whole thing, and I do understand Kyle's point. I guess Colin's looking at it like in the origin state when Americans was there, and then they feel like the Liberians waited for them to get it together, get it right, and then they want to take over, like like the same way that how some of the South Africans want to do with those people that built their own communities and built this and built that, and then the South Africans want to come take it over. And it seems like that's like, I mean, we don't do that in America, but it seems like that's a thing in Africa where another group of people build something up, and then the people of the community get mad and want to take it over when they had no
they
dealings
jack
with.
whole communities, man, in Africa.
What,
Jack whole
Again,
what you
that's
communities.
just
call
the
it?
problem
What's the
with it.
term for it?
Again,
What's the term for it, caller? What's the
Good.
term for it?
Jacking communities, man.
Oh, okay. I thought you said jackal.
No, they jack communities. They be jacking. We jack cars over here. They jack communities.
but let me say something. Let me say something before somebody else go after me. Look at, to me, Liberia is not the best place to invest in for the diaspora, right?
No, it is the best place.
No,
It's
it's
the
not.
best place.
The best place right now to invest in is the AES. You have
Oh
leadership. Let me say my piece. Let me say my piece. For example, Traore just built a 50,000 home city in less than 2 years.
I think. Look. What you call it? That's a lot of myth going around.
And there's not a lot of
Where'd
me.
you
This is
get
a
that from?
fact.
Your
It's a fact. Hold on.
Cracker Jack box?
Let me finish.
You
Let me
know,
finish.
come on. You
Let
got
me
that from your
finish.
Cracker Jack box, man. Let Jonathan Miller get up here and break it down.
Let me finish.
Can I say something after you're done?
Yeah, sure. He also just built a tomato industry, right? Traore. It just built a very large tomato industry that is going to be making
So
billions.
Ghana has it. So is Liberia got tomatoes.
Hold on. I'm not talking about Ghana. I'm talking about the diaspora going to a place to invest. Because if you want to invest, you want to go invest in a place that has structure. You want to go invest in a place whereby it's growing, right? And you bring your money into something that is growing and you grow with it. So you don't have to spend a lot of money. If you go into the AES right now, Niger, Mali, or Burkina Faso as a group and you go create any industry in there, you're going to make money. Because guess what? You have leadership who are willing to build the economy, who want the economy to grow. In Liberia, just like Nigeria, just like Ghana, the leadership
brother,
trust.
I think you're misinformed. We just had a big African American business convention last year in Atlanta, Georgia, and the keynote speaker was the president of Liberia. I'm gonna give Dynasty International Focus magazine. We just established an International Focus magazine for Atlanta, and
So what are you guys building?
you see what's being built. You know
what's being built.
Come to the country. I don't have to tell you. Just come to the country.
No. You got to tell me what's being built. Tell me what industry, what
development
factory
is
you
taking
guys
place
building.
here.
Cosmic, let me say this, right? In regards to investing in Liberia. A lot of people are apprehensive about investing in Liberia, which, it's valid. If you look at the key numbers or you look at certain indicators, it's telling you that rule of law is not respected. Contract, respect for contracts are not, it's not respected. There's a lot of low, points that we score when it comes to investing. But there are opportunities. If you're ready to take some risk, if you're willing to take some risk, there are opportunities. Now, when you look at the Sahel, with, Burkina Faso and Niger and those other countries, don't be fooled. They're quite unstable because you have pretty much military dictatorships in those countries. Like
Bullshit.
Traore, for example, who has had many coup attempts. And God forbid, if one of those coup attempts are successful or is successful,
Yeah,
it's
you
going to be
lost
destabilized
everything,
again.
bro.
So it's not really the best place to invest in terms of, stability and
Liberia
security.
voted the fifth stablest country in Africa, number 5 and fifth stablest country in Africa.
So you are telling me that, okay, you don't prefer a country whereby it's a black man and black people who are heading the economy.
Well, Liberia, only black people can be citizenship here.
Let me finish.
And we speak English.
But you prefer a country like Liberia, whereby any foreign company, any foreign interest, any foreign investors can come in and just change the mind of the government and anything
Did
that you
you
guys
did you
talk
hear
about.
what I said? I said there are some, trepidations of investing. You got to do your research and you got to take some risks if you think it's worth it. But in terms of security of a country, in terms of stability, Burkina Faso, even though they're doing well in terms of their economy, but there is military coups upon military coup attempts on the president, and God forbid one of them might succeed. And if that happens, whoever gets in power, that's a whole nother government. They're probably going to align with with France or the U.S. And things could change drastically. So
But
it's
do you
not really
know that
secure in
AES is
terms of
now a country
security
now? Do you know
for
that
your investment.
The AES is now a country now? So it's no
I,
longer going to
I
be.
hear all of that, brother. I'm just telling you, there are cool attempts. There are people who want to get him
And we
out.
don't care
He
about the
hasn't been
cool,
there.
and everybody's got to die. What I'm trying to tell you is that
No,
yeah,
once that happens, that's going to turn the country upside down,
no,
and
I
it
don't think
might
so.
mean doing
I
for
don't think
your
so.
investment.
I don't think so because guess what? The people of that region are very much involved in their politics. You get what I'm saying? Unlike
Bro, there
Liberia,
was
hold on. Unlike Liberia, the citizens, the average citizen of Liberia is not really that invested in Liberia. You
Kidding
have a
me?
what are you
This is the
talking
most
about, brother?
politicized country on the planet,
What are you
man.
talking about? You don't know Liberia. I mean,
I
I'm a Liberian myself.
I see everything that is going on in Africa, man.
No, you
I
might have
I
a
know everything,
dose of it, but you don't
but I'm very
understand the
aware.
nuance of it.
Okay, all right. Look at man. Me, anybody in diaspora that is compact, that is organized, that is strategic, that has money, go to the AES. You can go into mining, you can go into uranium, you can go into gold production, because if the Barry Gold is there, if Barry Gold in these European countries are in the AES making billions of dollars, I don't see why diaspora can't see the same opportunity there.
Oh, we got gold opportunity, mining opportunity here in Liberia, bro.
Man, okay.
There's
I'm
gold
just saying,
all over West Africa, bro. What are you
I'm
talking
not
about?
saying wrong or right. For me,
Liberia's gold,
AES.
iron ore concentrates higher than the ones in Ghana.
Okay.
Gold
We
concentrates
agree to
higher than.
disagree.
Look,
So
anybody who wants to invest, I'm not going to tell you to go into any African country and invest. Do your research. If you're an investor, you're a business person, you understand what it takes to invest, and you understand what it means to have a secure investment. So do your research. In terms of Liberia, we Liberians would complain about, not building up our rule of law, not respecting our constitutions. So there's a lot of things there that even us diaspora Liberians, we're apprehensive about, investing back in our own country. But some people still take the risk and they invest, and sometimes it pans out, and sometimes it doesn't.
So let me
But
ask you
if
a
this
question.
guy is telling you to go to the Sahel, where you had terrorism in that region, you had a war that's been fought in Mali for many years between the
Man, they've
Tuareg
won all
and
those
other people
wars,
in
man.
Mali.
They won all
So
those
there's
wars.
a lot of instability in that region.
Man, look,
So
you
if you
don't know
want to
what's going
invest
on in
there,
the
fine. You're
AES. They
taking
are
that risk,
killing the
but
terrorists,
just know
man.
that.
The terrorists already gave
But
up.
listen to that. They're killing terrorists in
They
Liberia. We don't
already
have
gave
terrorists.
up. The
No, no,
terrorists already
no.
gave up to
Just
to
the
the
fact that you
government, saying they
say
don't want
they're
to fight
killing
no
the
more.
terrorists, it means
Hey,
that there's a sleeper cell that can always
See, you
awaken
have
in
a
a couple
government
years'
who
time
is
and
acquiring
overthrow
all
a
the
government.
advanced
Hey, let me
weapons.
pass it. Let me
It's not
pass
the
it
most
back to
secure
go.
place.
Go ahead, Maximilian. Go ahead, Maximilian.
I'll say this about Burkina Faso. Now, I've been looking at it, and I will agree with one of the young men. Burkina Faso is not a place that a businessman would seriously go to right now. I like the direction they're going in, but I don't think anybody would seriously take a business there right now because it is unstable. And I wish the president of Burkina Faso the best because I think he's doing the right thing. But it's not a time to be bringing a business in at this time. To bring a business in, I got to have like 5 years of stability before I put, several $100,000 or $1 million, $2 million into this country
Let me
because
ask
things can
Right.
change rapidly.
I agree with that because it's under military rule. So you don't bring in a business when a country is under military rule at all. I agree with that, Maximilian.
And that's
Okay,
nothing
me
against the
too. I see the
president. That's nothing
sentiment.
against the president. I like the president. I really
I
like what
like
he's
them too.
doing. Yeah, but
I
it's
see the
yeah,
just
yeah,
sense of
he's
that.
my hero,
it's
man. But he
unstable.
can't.
It's
He's talking about
unstable
living
right
it.
now. It's
It's just
unstable.
like being in America in America being on the military rule. I forgot what the name they call it, but at the end of the day, the military makes the rule. Is the Constitution is suspended. You get what I'm saying?
Martial
Like it's
law.
Yeah,
Martial law.
martial law.
emergency.
Yeah,
It's an
yeah. You
emergency.
can't. You wouldn't open up a business in a military. So out of all the good stuff he's doing over there, I agree with. I get what you're saying, Cosman. But what I'm just saying is under military rule, business doesn't work like that. When you open up a business, you're looking at all the regulations, you're looking at the fees, you're looking at the bundles, all the stuff. Yeah, especially with international shipping. What I do, you cannot. The guidelines does not exist when a country is in a military rule. Everything can change by the day. No vote, no type of you don't have to give no memorandums out. Anything is on a military rule. So if they say today the cost is 30%, that's what it is. If they say it tomorrow, and then when you get there, they say it's 75%, then for each item, then that's what it is. You can't do anything about it.
I stand
Under
corrected.
military
And
rule,
check this out.
that's
Hustle
all
smart. Check this out.
Maximilian is
In
saying.
I stand
Liberia,
corrected.
they're completing a red.
Go ahead. Say James. Unmute yourself. Say
Always,
James.
sir.
Say James. Unmute yourself.
It was St. James one time he's going to have me arrested one night. Did he say he was
Go,
going to
go
have me
ahead. Go ahead.
arrested?
Say James.
Hi, Dennis. Can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear.
Thank you for having me. And you are having quite an interesting conversation tonight. And I was just calling because I come from the Sahel, And there is a lot of things being said about the investment that the Sahel will be needing from the diaspora. So I'm showing that a lot of people are, kind of referring to the Western propaganda about the Sahel, and they don't know anything about the Sahel when it comes to investment. So those three countries that someone else just mentioned are welcoming a lot of investors coming from across the globe. There's a lot of business opportunities in these regions. Billions of dollars being made on this side of the continent, and we welcome everybody. And we also welcome anybody that wants to go to Liberia, wants to go to anywhere else in West Africa. We're not here to demean any country. I can sit here and talk about Liberia for 45 minutes and no one is going to like it, but I'm not going to do that. So, as you can see, we are making our own news, towards the diaspora. Ibrahim Traore, Assimi Goita, and my man from Nigeria, they're doing the best they could, to bring the diaspora into the Sahel. There's a lot of business. You're talking about gold, you're talking about uranium, you're talking about cobalt, anything. It's available there. You can come in, you can visit. You don't have to invest any money. You can visit first and see what's going on in there and see the lies. When these people are sitting here, people talking about that, people are going to lose their money in the Sahel. They don't even know where these fires are taking place. We're not even talking about the city. The cities are safe. You're not going to lose any money, So if you visited that country, you would know exactly that you won't lose any money. If you know anybody that lost any money throughout the situation in the Sahel, I would be happy to hear it. All we hear are the Western propaganda talking about, okay, they will leave the Sahel because it's not safe, because they want to shut down these countries, And mind you, we already shut down this country. We told them to leave. We can do for ourselves, and we've been doing that for years now. And the results are there to show you guys that we can do it. You're talking about industries that we created in the Sahel to process our own goals. We created tomato factories. We created a lot of things under duress.
Where in the Sahel are you from?
Burkina Faso.
Okay.
So we did a lot of things under duress. So we have been tested and we know that we are capable. So those who don't want to come in the Sahel, I get it. You can still read about the Western propaganda about the Sahel. That's good. That's your money. You do whatever. But I'm telling you, there's a lot of money to be made.
Exactly.
Those who will be first will be making money. Those who decide not to go, that's on you, man. I can't knock it. But the lies has to stop. You have to stop the lies, because a country is going through something means that you don't want to come in and invest. That's crazy to me. And second of all, you're talking about a military rule. A military rule will not stop your money, bro. The military rule wants your money to begin with, and they created the avenue for you to come and invest and keep it under your name. That's what these people are doing. You see what I'm saying? So when they leave, when this military guys leave, nobody will touch your money. And we've been under military rules for years, before Traore, before Goita, before the guy in Niger. Listen, read our history. You will see. We've been ruled by military president, and no one lost money. No one lost money.
Every rule is different, St. James. Come on.
No, I get that. But you sitting here talking about people are now making the Sahel. Do you know how much investment was poured in the Sahel the last 2 years? Do you know how much?
Okay,
do you know how? Do you see how we? Hold on. Do you see every day? Do you see every day Barry Gold being kicked out and begging to come back just to be able to stay in the Sahel? If we are unstable, you know what these people will do? They will shut.
We're talking about individual investment.
No, you're not listening to me.
One thing about any African country,
this company,
you need to
they
be on
create
the
individual
ground,
businesses. This company creates individual businesses.
Yeah. Let the woman speak. Hold on, I want to hear the woman speak. Go ahead, woman.
Jesus Christ.
Good Lord, St. James.
Go ahead,
Can
woman.
I just say that as a Black woman, it's very disappointing to listen to a panel full of scared Black men. Do you guys think that when the quote unquote founding fathers came to America and met the Indians, that they were scared to call this land their own? Do you think that they were scared to lay their roots and their foundation in America and fight the quote unquote savages for what they believe they had a rightful ownership to? They were not scared. So why are people talking about if you go to, first of all, let me just say, big up to Ibrahim Traore, however you pronounce his name. French is not my native language. He is the new standard for Black men from where I'm standing right now, okay? When you want to, if we're talking about building for Black people, building for our Black community, or are we talking about ourselves as individuals? I was under the impression this was a Pan-African forum. So I don't understand how you can call yourself a Pan-Africanist and then you're here only talking about if you go to this place, if you go to Burkina Faso because of military rule. You have to, the investment is not your individual business and whatever little bit of money you have that you claim you want to invest. The investment is Black people going back home, laying our foundations and our roots there, staking claim to the minerals and all the riches that belong to us that we were robbed of when we were brought away from that.
Can I say
And right
something?
now, hold on, let me just finish.
Let her finish.
Can I just finish? Okay, because when the white men are ready to go and rob and rape and pillage for whatever they think is owed to them, they do it. So why are the Black men scared to do it? That's what I want to know.
They have an army behind them.
Hold on. Let me
Come on now.
Let me finish up one more thing. Let me finish up one more thing.
You can say something. Let her finish. Go ahead, woman.
Now,
y'all take turns, please. Let her talk.
Ibrahim Traore, I don't know if you guys know about the ADDI, but basically there's an opportunity for business investment and for citizenship that he offered through the ADDI for anyone who has African lineage. So if you do your DNA test and you are, you can be linked back to Burkina Faso. Good for you. If you're an African from the diaspora, even good for you as well. You can go back there. There's business opportunities, and he's also offering citizenship. But like I said, it's very disappointing because whenever I listen to you guys speak, not just tonight, but on different occasions, there's always this fear. Like the investment is not your one person. The investment is going there and helping to build, and not just for yourself, but for the generations that come after us as Africans. Why would you come on this show, on Dynasty's show, every night? Some people are on the show whining and talking and yelling and screaming, but then you're not thinking about, I want to build something so that the next generations of Black men and women don't have the same complaints. The only way to accomplish that is to go home and fight the good fight. We can't do it. We have to do it. We can't be sitting here scared about, what if another did and Come on, man.
Man, nobody ain't trying to build nothing in Africa. That's the point. Ain't nobody being scared. We just don't want to build.
We have Caribbeans. We have Caribbeans in the Sahel. We have Caribbeans in the Sahel. You never seen them on YouTube talking about.
Hold on for a second.
They're not making money. They're not making money in the Sahel.
James, you just talk for 10 minutes straight. Let me say something.
Now you talk for an hour, right?
When you sat up there and want to disrespect Black men and call Black men cowards and want to bring up white people as an example, the difference between when the white people came to the United States, they brought boats, they brought armies, they brought guns, they brought everything. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying with some women when they talk, bro. It's no logic behind their conversation. It's just emotionalism. Hold on. Let me say.
I'm not going to debate you because you don't have the listening skills.
Nobody when they're talking. So let me just do a rebuttal real quick.
Now you're not going to sit there and disrespect me and let me let you go.
St. James, bro, you talk for 10 minutes. You talk for 10 minutes straight. You talk for 10 minutes straight, bro. Nobody interrupted you at all.
Go ahead.
What I'm saying is only 1% of Americans is moving to Africa anyway. You get what I'm saying? And they damn sure ain't picking Burkina Faso. They ain't picking Nigeria. They ain't even picking Nigeria. It's either Ghana. You know what I'm saying? Ghana or South Africa. Let's just start with that. Nobody ain't trying. Listen, at the end of the day, if you're not in Africa, I wouldn't advise nobody to goddamn invest in Africa because Africa is one of those countries where you need to be on the ground if you're going to invest. Ain't no living in America and trying to invest in Africa. I would advise anybody not to do that. Now, if you're on the ground, do that. But to sit up there and compare the people on this platform that have no intent, most people on this platform have no intentions on living in Africa at all. Don't want to live in Africa, and don't even see how the Pan-African movement has been against us. You get what I'm saying? It's the only people that been putting out the Pan-African out into the stratosphere is Black Americans. It's not been reciprocal. It's not been
Majority,
reciprocal.
hold on,
And everybody, listen, that ain't me
It's not
talking.
going to be a debate.
Hold on,
It's not going to be a
Maximilian.
debate.
majority of
Can I respond?
Maxim,
Pan-Africanists
It's not going to be a
none of y'all,
debate. It's not going to be a
I
debate. I can
interrupted
respond
none of
for
y'all
1
when
second.
y'all was talking. I interrupted none of y'all when y'all was talking. But you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is that it's not been reciprocal. For the last 7 to 10 years, all the Pan-African movement has been a push, has been on this side, on the American side. It has not been on the other side. Only thing that Ghana did was do a bullshit ass goddamn welcome back, made us pay more money to see the slave dungeons
I
more than
agree.
the
You have to
people.
let somebody else
That's
talk,
the
man.
only thing that don't happen only thing don't happen with Pan-African was a money grab that happened in goddamn Ghana. But ain't nobody trying to move over there and build anything in Africa from America. You know, for the
That's
most
my
part.
point.
You
That's my
got a
point.
lot
Hold on.
under your
Hey, hold
chest.
on.
Can I respond
I'm
for
just
1
trying to
second
finish
if
my
it's done?
point. Because y'all made it a business not to interrupt her when she was talking.
I gotta pass the mic. All right, Sage, I gotta pass the mic. Woman, was your
Just
answer?
1 second, if you may. I'm not, Donis, I guarantee you, it's not going to be a debate.
Yeah.
We
Woman,
got to follow Dynasty's lead, y'all. This is
All
Dynasty show.
Go
Everybody
ahead.
get respect.
Go ahead.
Woman, was your question answered or did
I didn't have a question. I was making a statement about what I observed, and all that he did was prove my point. Because I've listened to him personally on your show multiple nights, having complaints about issues in Africa, issues in America that Black people face, and the way to solve those issues is by Black people as a community claiming what is in Africa as all of ours. So for you to say nobody wants to build anything, that's my point. That's why we have the problems we have. My point is that because we're not willing to build anything, in the same way white men risk their souls and their lives and their safety to take what they believe belongs to them, Black men need to be doing it too. You need us. As you always talk about men not being led by women, be a man. Charter the course. Lead us.
Man. That's the statement.
No, I'm gonna be a man. I'm gonna be a man in America and make over $300,000 a year. Why in the hell would I want to go to goddamn Burkina Faso when I'm making
Okay, Donis, do you
$300,000
see
a year
that?
in America?
Do you
That
see
doesn't
that?
even
Do you
make
see
sense.
Donis?
That don't
Do you
even
see
make
that?
sense.
Donis, you see that?
Dinus, can I respond? Dinus, can I please respond? Please, can I respond, Dinus?
Go ahead, woman.
I hate to be going back and forth. You know, as a lady, I don't want to argue with the men. However,
That's messed up that you keep muting me, but you letting her talk over me, bro.
Oh my
I'm just
God.
being honest with you, bro. I'm just being honest with you, bro. I'm just saying that's messed up, bro. I'm just being real with you, bro.
All right. Man, golly. Woman, go ahead, woman.
don't be mad. We're all brothers and sisters here, right? We're all Black people. Anyways, like I was gonna say, you know what I'm saying? Okay, you're talking about you're a businessman in America making $300,000 a year. As the gentleman just mentioned, the white organization Barrett Gold, they're making billions a year in Burkina Faso. You're here talking about 300,000. Come on, dude, you need to grow up. That's not money I'm talking about. That's the type of stuff that white people are on, that Black men are not on, and that's the problem.
My sister, that's the problem that I have when I come on this live, man. You know, I don't do it usually. Sometimes I come in and I just, give my 2 cents and I go away. The man that was talking, right? You will never see me on the panel talking about anybody coming to the Sahel to invest. I don't do those things. It's a personal decision. If you're making $300,000 or $500,000 in the United States, God bless you. Don't come to the Sahel. We don't need you, bro. That's not my job to do.
Never thought about
No,
going.
hold on. That's not my job to do. I'm not
You
here
right.
to court you. No, hold on. Chill.
All I
I'm
said
not
was you
here.
was right, St.
Oh my
James. All
God.
I
Can
said
you
was you was
chill,
right.
bro? You yip yapping too much. I'm not here to court you to the Sahel.
Excuse me.
No.
Y'all gotta let other people talk.
No. I'm gonna finish about it. I'm gonna finish about it in a
It's 8
second.
people on this whole thing. Let everybody
I
else talk.
got you. 1 minute.
No, you
Donis
got
again.
30 seconds, please.
Got you. Again, when you do these shows, it's gonna be about the people who are interested to go into the Sahel. I'm not gonna come here and talk about people who are not going to the Africa. I'm just here to clear the information that was passed on here. I'm just trying to make you understand the Sahel is a good place to invest for those who wants to try. For those who don't want to try, St. James is not forcing you, brother. It's not a debate, bro. I'm just telling you, I'm showing a lot of people taking interest into the Sahel and making money.
Okay,
If you want to be part of that wave, come in. If you don't want to be part of that wave, don't come in.
Go ahead, Lewis.
Hello, Diners. Nice show. Hello, Have a Smart, everybody else.
What's going on, my brother? Let me check out the shirt. Let me check out the shirt. Let me see the shirt.
No shirt. Get the
all right, got you. Go ahead, my brother.
Listen, we have to be realistic. To the lady that spoke, with all due respect, sister, you trying to tell me a man picks up a gun, takes power, and in about 2.5 years, you expect people to rush over there and invest. You got to be crazy, okay? Hear me out. If we in Africa are serious about bringing our brothers and sisters back home, then we've got to have political stability. You know what that means? That means we work with everybody that's in the country, whether we like them or not, and we silence the gun. We need to show and reassure our brothers and sisters in America,
but you're not the ones shooting the gun in the first place.
Hello, that we are capable of running a sound country so that we're not fighting amongst ourselves with the gun. Okay, I am a Ghanaian. We've been through all the stages, and we know that you cannot run anything through the military. You can do certain things, which is commendable, which is what they're doing in the Sahel, but at this moment in time, they are not in a position to call anybody to come back and invest.
I disagree.
Hear me out. The big companies, they represent the US and Britain and Europe. They've got their own military. Okay? Regular brothers and sisters like me, the brother on the screen, Smart and everybody else, you just asking for too much of a risk. Okay? Because anybody else could now pick up the gun and be leading Burkina Faso tomorrow. So for the people in Burkina Faso,
in Ghana, so in Nigeria, so in Guinea.
When's the last time you see anybody doing that in Ghana?
Oh man, it can't happen.
Right. Well, hang on. Don't start getting mad at Ghana. We've done the right thing. We're doing the right thing. So I'm gonna say to the rest of you, follow suit. Get political stability. No wars. And people will look at you. And listen, once you do those basics, people will start coming. Two, Ghana didn't start the Pan-Africanism yesterday or from the time of the year return. You go back to the time of Nkrumah and before. We was always doing that. So you need to be consistent. You need political stability. You need to silence the gun and settle your disputes without the gun. But you cannot run it in the long run. And good luck to the Sahel brothers. In the long run, Traore gonna have to put on a suit, and so are the others.
That's
Rolling down that, you can do it.
We don't have to run Africa.
All right, let me pass it to Maximilian. Go ahead, Maximilian.
You know, and I've listened to everybody. You know, I'm a business guy, and Dinas knows what I do. And but I have a trucking company. I have a lot of trucks, and I know with the young lady woman, I respect what you were saying. But when I move all of my equipment to whatever country I go to, I'm in a very, very vulnerable position.
Very.
I have 140 trucks. When I move all my stuff, I work my butt off in America to get what I got. I am Pan-African. I have no intentions of staying in America. Dinas knows that like I know that. I've been trying to get out there for a while. So when I move somewhere, I need to know it's a stable place to go. It's not that I'm afraid of anything, but why would I take something somewhere when the government an uprising could come? They take all my trucks. So I go home with nothing.
Yeah.
Everything I worked for my whole life got taken from me when I went back home, quote unquote. Home to me is my home is stable. My children live in a stable home. I wouldn't put my children in a house that's not stable. Not saying it's not a good house. It's just not prepared for a business to be coming there right now. I'm not saying I don't have to be the first. I grew up in a small town in Mississippi with no money, and I built a business that I have, and I'm not going to lose it just by going free-handed, wild willy to another country. Ghana
freestyle.
Kenya is stable. Rwanda is stable. Even questionable is stable, but it's stable. So when I think about things like that, I have to look at my business from that perspective. That I could lose everything when I go there. That's all I'm saying.
Man, look, can I interject, man? Can I interject?
Man, you ain't got to apologize to nobody, Maximilian. Hey, you run under your own authority, Maximilian.
Yeah. I got 140
Let me interject.
I got you. I understand. I only have one, bro. I only have one, man. I wish that I could do what you do.
You still doing it, though. You still doing it.
It started with one. Yeah, I got you, man.
I never understood why. You always under duress to prove something that's not even There is not even the need to prove anything, but you still talk.
What are you talking about, bro?
Man, you making $300,000. That's supposed to impress
Now
me or
you're being
something?
personal,
But that
you're being
wasn't even.
personal.
But that
Make your
wasn't even
point.
for you, St. James. What are you? But you sound like a
My
chick, bro.
name, bro. It's like you
But no,
got
but listen,
something.
nobody
Donis, I
was,
got a
bro.
question for you. I
Nobody
got
was
a question
talking
for
to
you.
you, bro.
No, no,
You
no.
like the dude
Okay,
that's down the. You
hold
like
on.
the dude that's
Hey,
down
yo,
the
bro.
Oh
street,
my
bro.
God.
Yo,
Oh my
come
God.
on,
What
yo.
are you talking about?
Cut that out,
I'm
man.
trying to
Cut that
ask
out.
Donis a question.
Go
I
ahead,
Since
didn't
we
even
are
Sage.
know he
talking
was
about
talking to
Go
me.
ahead, Sage. Go ahead,
okay,
Sage. Go ahead.
Donis, since we are talking about being stable, right? You take people to Sierra Leone, correct?
Correct.
How many times they attempted to overthrow Mother Bill in the last 2 years?
They tried once.
Many times. That they don't report to you, right? They don't even report to the public how many times they tried to overthrow Mother Bill. Mother Bill was in my country. You know why he asked? What he asked Ibrahim Traore?
What do you ask him?
Okay. So I will let you know later because you taking people there. You tell it's
I
stable.
mean, bro,
So
let
and
me
your
know now,
president
man.
travel.
I mean,
Well,
what you talking about?
you
Let me
just
know, man. Let
babbling.
me know now, man.
He wanted
Man, you are
protection.
babbling.
Hold on, D. Hold on. Let me know
Okay,
now.
he wanted protection. He wanted protection. You see the same thing happening in Bissau, Guinea-Bissau yesterday or the day before. You see what's going on in there?
Right.
Same thing. The entire West Africa is not stable. Those people sitting here talking about, oh, okay, Ghana can be stable. I've seen, they're having an election and, peaceful, regime change. It's okay. Ivory Coast is not going to be stable this year. You know that, right? Everywhere
We're not
there
talking
is a
about Ivory
problem.
Coast. Brother, listen to me. Mr.
Oh, no,
St. James, listen.
no. Oh, no. The president of Ghana was in Ivory Coast today,
Yeah.
and they made the same speech trying to have us back to ECOWAS, the 3 countries. We
Hey,
left
listen,
them
that's what
alone.
we're
They
talking
still
about.
want to,
Listen, you can
hold
plan
on.
whatever thing you want to do.
Hold on.
I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to hear what's going on in Ivory Coast. Go ahead.
And the president of Ivory Coast said today he would like the president of Ghana to bring us back to ECOWAS. Although we left last month, we told them we're good. They're still trying to get us back to ECOWAS. Why? Because they know our powers in West Africa that people don't want to mention. You can see the video today. The president of Ghana in Ivory Coast.
We're talking
They
about
made a
stability,
joint.
brother.
They made a joint
Man,
statement.
What are you talking about?
Lewis, don't interrupt. I'm trying to hear the guy about what's going on in Ivory Coast. Go ahead.
So this is what I just said. There is an election this year. Alassane Traore has already run 3 times. So he's planning on running the 4th time this year. And he is excluding the former president, Gbagbo, to run for running. So Ivory Coast is not going to be stable this year. If Ivory Coast is not stable, you know what else is going to happen, right? So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Nowhere is stable, and you see the situation in Guinea-Bissau.
That's rubbish.
Guinea-Bissau was
Senegal is stable, my friend. Ghana is stable, my friend. You people in the country, you've got to get your act together and make it a stable
Bro,
place.
your act
So
ain't
people
even together. Let's not even begin with Ghana. I don't want to talk about Ghana, my brother.
Yeah,
I'm from
because you don't
Burkina.
want
I
to
know
talk
you
about
guys,
success
bro.
stories.
Don't
Senegal
get
is
to
stable.
listen.
Okay?
Don't
You're not
give me the
talking about that.
impression that there
There's
is
other places
stability in there.
stable.
You were
Okay?
the one over here talking about Dramani elected 19 people and none of
Hey,
them
my
are
friend, when's the
Ashanti.
last time we
I
had a
know
war
your
in Ghana?
tribal issues, bro. Don't stop
My
it.
friend, when's the last
Stop it,
time we had a
sir.
war in Ghana?
Stop it, sir. Don't impress me
Stop
with that,
what?
man.
Stop what?
Stop
When's
it.
the last time we had a war in
Stop
Ghana?
it.
That's
What
why there's
happened?
war in your country. Because
What
you don't
happened?
accept facts. Get your
You
country
don't want
stable,
to
people will
accept
come.
fact.
Get your
Your
country
president came here,
stable, and
your
people
former
will come.
president came here and sold us to the United States.
Who
What
sold
did you
you?
say?
Barry,
You
you
My
sold
friend,
sold
us
us,
over
brother.
over
And
$40
the
million in
entire
that
world
tax.
saw it.
So
Everybody
what?
saw it. Not only
So
me.
what?
Everybody saw it,
Okay,
sir.
what did we see? What
I'm
did we
not
see?
talking about slave traders, brother.
Okay, what did we
Don't talk
see?
to me about slave trader.
Okay, my friend, what did we
You come
see?
from slave trader, my brother. Stop
My
it, bro.
friend, what did we
I
see?
know your kind, brother.
Can you tell me what you
Stop
saw?
it.
What did you see? Tell me what you saw from the
Bro,
Ghana
the
president.
Yo,
entire
Ghana
world
right now,
saw
didn't your
My
president
friend,
just
you
Akufo
take
sound like an
Addo
illiterate fool.
oh
sold
Your
man.
us
country is
to
not stable
the
because of people
Westerners.
like you. Your mind
Everybody
people
saw
like
it,
you.
my
You're an
brother.
illiterate, my friend.
Your boy, your blood is not.
Shut up. You're
Get
not
the
stable.
heck
We're
out of here.
telling you you're
Hold
not
on, what
stable.
did
That's
You're not
gonna be.
Ghana
illiterate.
what
You're
did
not
Ghana
gonna talk to
Akufo
me.
did
Listen,
with the money
I am
that he
talking
listen.
said
to you
was
like
going
that.
Hey,
to
bro,
build the
listen.
cathedral?
Hey,
What did
Donnie,
Listen,
Ghana
you
don't
gonna
leave
mute
me
Akufo
for
for
did
me,
me.
with
but
the money he said he was going to
Hey,
Don't
build?
go
guys,
there with me,
let me
bro.
let me read these
Don't
super
go there
chats.
with
Let
me,
me
bro.
read the
Everybody
sentence
know
about
it,
your
bro.
country. You're not
In
stable.
order to
Let me read these super chats. Blackjack 999 to a woman, to at woman. Where there's a will, there's a way. It pains me to say the black generally lacks the will unless it's fleeing the white man or becoming a passport to chase foreign women. Passport bros. Thank you for the 999 holla.
I didn't even understand that one.
Louis, what did Nana do with the money he said he was going to use to build the cathedral? Is the cathedral not a swimming pond?
Well, what has this got to do with stability?
I'm just saying.
Hello, okay, hello. He come from a stable country. You don't. So
why was he doing America trying to sell us out? Why was he doing America trying to sell us out? And you over here talking about stability. You over here talking about stability. While your former president was here trying to sell us out, bro. This is your kind. This is how you. This is how you run business in Ghana, bro. You a slave trader, bro. You come from slave trader, my brother. That's why. That's how you do it.
Talking African business to the white man. That's what Nana was doing.
Hey, excuse me.
Okay, tell me exactly what he said.
Louis.
This is some slave ass.
Stop. Everybody stop.
You should be mad at that, bro. You should be mad at that talking about stability to me. The president made sure we're not stable, bro.
My friend.
Okay, well, Mike, we gotta close out soon. We gotta close out soon.
Hey, Dennis, can I say something?
Go ahead.
Bro, I come on there all the time. I love Dynasty like a brother to me. But y'all can't come on there constantly insulting each other. We're here to build something together. Let's talk to each other with respect without getting.
They don't know how to do it, bro.
They don't know how to do it. If I'm a businessman, I don't never take it personal. If somebody can disagree with you without calling each other names, talking about your country, that's not the way we communicate as black men. We're not gonna build calling each other names. Stop that kind of crap, man. Let me finish. If you disagree with somebody, don't make it personal. Make your point and move on.
I asked him, brother. I asked him how our country.
Nobody wants to hear the personal
answer. Me that question. My own piece, I've been wanting to say my own piece, but you guys ain't gonna let me talk.
Okay, answer the question. You asked me a question, right? So I asked you a question, right? It's very simple. You said Nana Addo sold you out, blah blah. Tell me what he done and what he said.
Everybody saw it. We're not going to relitigate it. For the sake of the conversation. No, hold on. You asked me a question. I'm going to answer politely, right? For the sake of the conversation, I'm not going to relitigate this. For those people who didn't see what I'm talking about, go back to YouTube and Google the visit of that. Oh, come on, Adana, do you see? Do you see?
But please
go back to the video. Go back to the previous. I'm trying to give people the sources. You can go to YouTube. You can Google Nana Akufo. Visit.
What did he say?
A lot of people saw it.
He was reporting.
He was reporting us for doing. Oh my God!
Stop! And Donna's I'm finna go. I just said the same thing to y'all.
No,
stop. Everybody be quiet.
I'm reporting spot politely.
I just said the same thing to y'all, and y'all went right back to doing what I just told you not to do.
They don't give a They don't care.
That's why I don't want to go back to the video. I'm telling people to go back and watch for themselves. I'm not going to repeat it.
These dudes talk about investing. Maximilian, just think about this as a businessman. These dudes talking about investing.
Can I say my piece? Also smart.
Can you imagine that, bro? Hold on, Maximilian. Want you to uproot your business. Call you a coward if you don't. And then can't even have a basic conversation with you. Do you see what I'm talking about, bro?
Hey,
nobody's telling nobody to uproot their business to go to Africa.
I said this a long time ago on Dinah's channel. When I'm in the rooms at those rail yards conducting business, it is no name calling. It's no talking about religion. It ain't no talking about man or woman who are coward and all that shit. It's about the bottom line. This is business. This is gonna work for you, and this is what not. You get what I'm saying? It never get personal in the bit. I mean, they could be in there cutthroat trying to take your business, Maximilian, but it's not personal at all. And it's always shocked me when black people want you to go their route, want you to go the way that they want you to go. And if you don't go the way that they want you to go, then you a coward some type of way. And then you're compared to white people, white men, and white religion when they had the power, when they got military. Comparing a person that has a personal business to a conglomerate that's backed by military, that's backed by that's backed by legislation. That's backed by secret organizations like the CIA and the M3 where they can come in there and disable. We can't do nothing but go in there and risk our lives and risk our business, Maximilian, because we're individual and black community. And when somebody had the nerve to say the black community don't exist. It exists in our mind, but it don't exist in the whole, because if it did, we would have more brothers like Maximilian. I go to Bankhead every weekend trying to get brothers to be entrepreneurs, and I have to beg them, Maximilian. I have to beg them to be entrepreneurs. You get what I'm saying? So if I have to beg black men to be entrepreneurs, they ain't going to no other country where they don't know. And on top of that, Maximilian, we're looked at as a foreigner. No matter what, as an individual foreigner, without a military, without any powers of sanctions, without any power legislation to back us up. And I pass the mic.
So can I say something? I've been trying
Let me read this super chat. Blackjack 38 499. Imagine if the black Americans who went to build Liberia were too scared of the unknown. You go invest in Africa as a collective, not individuals.
Thank you. That's the point.
What happened to those black Americans,
Let me talk. Also smart. You've been talking.
Hold on. Let me ask the host a question. That is what happened to those black Americans that went over there and started Liberia. What happened to them?
Liberia's still there.
No. I said, what happened to those black Americans?
Liberia's still there.
No, he knows that.
You
got your answer, bro. Why you keep going? You looking for an argument? That's all you know. That's what you're doing.
The people turned on the original black Americans that said them, tied them up and killed them.
It has to be that. For him, it has to be that. You have to be bombastic. Every time you come here,
Facts what happened to them.
I'm talking now. Every time you come here, every night.
Go to the YouTube
let me talk, man. You've been talking, bro.
They tied them up, strung them up.
That's fine. Everybody saw that. Everybody saw that.
Okay, then. So don't say that it don't happen.
You said it 10,000 times. Bro, you said it 10,000 times on Donna's live, man. Everybody by now know exactly what happened in Liberia.
No,
and they have the brain to do the research.
And the truth ain't in you. That's the first time.
You try to be bombastic, my brother.
That's the first time I ever talked about Liberia.
I know your style and I know your kind, bro. It's not gonna work.
That's what shows like how you're a female. That's the first time I ever mentioned Liberia.
You know how many times they called you that? You know how many times they called you that? Literally, I've been sitting here watching people call you that. You talk like a bitch. That's what you do. You here talking about
I don't do all that, bro.
He said about the same thing. That's just another word. That's just another word.
I don't talk tough on the internet, bro.
He can take it.
I'm tough in real life, bro. I don't talk tough on the internet.
Can I speak? Can I speak? Give me 1 second. Can I speak 1 second?
I don't have no conversation with internet thugs, bro.
That's fine. I'm begging for 1 second. Donis, in my lifetime, right? The people I hang out with, right? The people I hang out with, the people who want to do business, they're not here talking about. They're not here online.
You don't call no grown ass man no bitch. You know better than that.
So you trying to side with him or something?
No, you don't call no man.
No, my man, you trying to side with him? So if you want to be mutual, you can be mutual. He just called me something. And you guys didn't say anything. He called me girl. He said that. So you know,
somebody put in a constructive criticism in here.
Okay, I'm gonna go. 1 second. Okay, let's be positive. Let's be positive.
Nobody ain't trying to invest in that dusty ass country.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm worried about people hitting the link.
Hey, Donnie, I'm gonna go, man.
I'm going too, man.
You see, when you call in on these shows, right, and you see grown men calling and talking about how much money they make in America, it's laughable. It's funny. That's why certain people don't take black people serious in this country. You see what I'm saying?
How can anyone take you serious?
Oh my man! Listen, I asked for 1 minute. Go ahead. Ask for 1 minute. Let me go. You know, this guy does it all the time. He come in, I'm making 300. Sometimes he's 200. Sometimes he's 400. He makes a lot of money for the kind of talking he's doing. He will never take his business to Africa. He's just here showboating, doing all kind of things. You see why he's mad at me? Because he's under duress. I was on the live on a different chat, and this guy couldn't say anything. So he's looking for that conversation with me. when it comes to Burkina. He has a problem with Burkina. They already did a show about the Sahel where they denigrate the Sahel, they talk bad about the Sahel. And I don't have a problem with that. Donnis, when I came on your show, what did I say? I'm not against people going to Africa anywhere, Liberia, Ghana, anywhere, wherever that fit them, where they can run their business. I'm not against that. There was something that was said about the Sahel. And since I'm from there, I just clicked the link to tell you there is still investment going on in there. If you want to make some money and you know how bottom line works, you should take interest in the Sahel as well.
I would like
and
to
they came in and they say, oh, no, Burkina is not stable. Who am I to debate that with you? I'm not a clown. That's your money. If you don't want to go to the Sahel, please don't go. I said it before and I said it again. I'm not forcing nobody. You have never seen Traore, Gaeta, or Tiani forcing the diaspora to come invest in the Sahel. You have never seen. What you have seen is the Sahel, is the diaspora going in Burkina. I can show you video of that.
Yeah,
going to Burkina.
I agree with that.
Hold on. For business opportunities, they were welcome, they were treated well, and they were told Burkina is open for business. That's what we do over there on that side. If you come in and you visit and you feel like you can't invest there, that's fine. You can go elsewhere. But the idea that we're gonna sit here and let other Africans sit here and say, "Oh, you can't invest in Burkina, but you have to go to Liberia." I'm not for that. I'm not for that. I'm for every country to benefit from everybody. I'm not here to divide the diaspora. I'm not here to pin people against one another. I'm not. And when this guy came in, hold on. When this guy came in talking about Ghana, I've seen what Ghana have accomplished. I'm proud of Ghana, but don't sit here and say Ghana didn't go through the things that Burkina is going through. They went through it. You mentioned that, but again, you were taking a shot. We're gonna have to make it stable. You know why? You know the step. No, you know the steps. Hold on. You know the step out to make a country stable.
My friend,
you know the steps. Do you know the steps out to make a country stable?
You want people to invest in Burkina Faso with a military leader with a gun who just turned up yesterday.
I already told you.
Listen. You what you do in the Sahel.
No. Listen.
Nobody. All right. No one.
Listen. I'm not fooling you, but I'm just telling you the first steps to make a country stable is to let. Okay, fine. I'm not telling you. I'm telling people. If you don't want to listen, that's fine. My brother, if you don't want to listen, that's fine.
We gonna close out. Everyone, thank you for joining. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time, family. Donnis Amir, search for Huru. Peace.